So then, new season, new players, new tactic, everything is going up a level now. I'm telling you this now, it's going up a level. I'm expecting greatness. Cue us like getting relegated or something, but let's just see what happens. Just hit the intro. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Revitalising Villa. This is episode number 25 and today it's the big episode. The first episode of a brand new season. The summer has been and gone. Pre-season has been done. We're putting last season behind us. It was a good season. The season review episode, hope you guys enjoyed that. Check that out if you didn't see it. Now we are moving on. It's onwards, it's upwards. There are new players we have to go through. Before we get to the ins, let's start with the outs. First of all, it's a left back I brought in last season and he's lasted just one season before leaving again. Patrick Van Arnold has gone to Newcastle. I sold him for $4 million, I think, in the end, and so I made a £300,000 profit. So it's not bad. 14 appearances for us. He never really settled. I brought him in thinking it's a competition for Joe Bryan and see if he can push him out of the place. He never really did that, and for that reason alone, I was happy to take $4 million. I was looking for a squad overhaul, particularly at the wing-back positions, so Patrick Van Arnold had to be gone straight away, I'm afraid. This is a sad one. This is a sad one. I spoke about it over the last few episodes, and I wasn't sure what to do, but I can confirm Jack Grealish has left the club on a permanent deal. It hurts, and I'm very sad to do it, but when you look at his stats over the past few years, he played 20 appearances for us last year, just the one goal. He never really pushed onto a level I thought he possibly could push onto, and I took a £3 million deal. It could rise to 3.7. I think I'm disappointed really that someone like Patrick Van Arnold is worth more than Jack Grealish. That's indicative really of how Grealish hasn't fulfilled his potential that he's shown at Villa. So he's gone on a permanent deal too. He may come back. You never know. I'm holding out hope. Another failed transfer from last year has gone out the door. Andy King has left to join Cologne or Köln or whichever way you want to call them in the Bundesliga. Yeah, again, he's just someone who didn't really settle into the side. I took a loss on him. 4.5 million we brought him in for and we sold him for £1 million. Again, he's just someone, 15 appearances, never really settled into the squad. Jamie Hansen's great performances meant he never really played and I can't afford to be keeping dead wood around. So he's gone also to the Bundesliga, so he's not really going to come back and hurt us unless we get a European run in there in Europe, but that's a long way off, isn't it? Thor has left. Yep, 31 years of age. He's gone to Swansea. He's now valued at 7 million. He went for a lot less than that, 1.9 million in the end. Again, I think at 31, he didn't really play last year at all. 14 appearances. He was a substitute really in the Championship winning side as well. He never really settled down into a starting space. I'm sad to see him go because he's a hard-working player and he is in real life for the team, but just not quite good enough for what we're looking for. So Berke Bjarnason is also out the door. Again, a permanent deal. We've got money in. That's good to see. Lewis Malt. The one that never worked, isn't it? He's gone to Cardiff, £500,000, his value skyrocketed again. But we've made a profit of £500,000, so whichever way you look at it, it was a bad season, yes, he didn't score for the club, whatever. We brought him in on a free and a year later sold him for 500 grand, so we've made a profit. I'm a wheeler dealer, what can I say? Wheeler dealer. Lewis Monk, I hope he scores goals for Cardiff, to be honest with you, I really do. He never had a look in, and he was never quite good enough, was he? Finally got rid of one of the dead wood from before I came in, and that's Aaron Tishbola, 24 years of age. Just not quite good enough. I had to keep loaning him out because nobody wanted him, but Sheffield United have come in for him, a £750,000 deal, so that's not bad. That's not bad at all. I will take that. He just isn't good enough. Isn't good enough for the level. Bit of a sad one here. Sam Johnson has left the club. Now, I know what you're thinking. Like, why are you selling Johnson? He's a really good goalkeeper. That only leaves you with Galini, surely. Spoilers. I'm going to put it this way. I've made a transfer that has left it in a situation where it's Galini or Johnston, because I don't want 3 good goalkeepers sitting in the squad because one of them won't play at all, more or less. Cue the injuries. Anyway, I think Johnston is that man. Valued now at £3 million. I got 2.5 million for him. Considering we only signed him for £1 million, that's not a bad deal. He's been a good player for the club, particularly over the loan spells originally in real life, and then we signed him on that permanent deal. The Championship winning season was his season, but Galini came in and really pushed him out, so it means that Johnson would have been third choice, and to be honest, from the player's point of view, that's not good for him. He needs to be playing. He's gone to Bournemouth, back in the Premier League, so hopefully he will get first team football there and really push on, because I'd like to see him succeed. Another failed transfer here. Ali Crawford has left the club. Unfortunately, it's on a loan deal to Bristol Rovers because we couldn't get a permanent deal for him. His stats are pretty good. I thought he would be good, and I wouldn't say he was horrific. He just never really got a good look in, did he? Only the 11 appearances, got a goal, no assists. Yeah, I was surprised at how influential he wasn't for us. So, Bristol Rovers, League 2 as well. It's a bit of a drop. Hopefully we'll be able to get a permanent deal for him in the future. There are some other loans. Keenan Davis has left the club. I actually tried to sell him. Yeah, I know what you're all thinking. You're going, you're selling the Villa originals. I know this. But we've got better young strikers now with Deadpool and Sago, so we don't need Keenan Davis. He is a 5-star potential player, and I would like to see him go on and be something good. He's still valued at 8.5 million. Couldn't get a permanent deal though. He's gone out on loan at Reading. Last year, I loaned him out to Preston in the Championship, and 7 goals in 27 appearances. It's just not quite good enough if you look at his record. He just hasn't been a consistent goal scorer. So I can't trust him to score goals for us in the Premier League. For that reason, I need to be selling him, and a permanent deal will hopefully be on the horizon for Keenan Davis. Pavlin Vasilev has left the club on a loan again. He's gone to Southend, another loan deal for him, but he is progressing nicely. Look at all these green arrows. His physicals are very good. He's a very pacey striker as well. Plays a target man, but I think he could be a poacher sort of player, particularly with those physicals. He went out on loan to Wickham last year in League 2. 7 goals in 16 appearances was very good. It's another step up now in League 1. I want to see whether he can really do it. I think he can, and I think he could be a future star for us. Hussein Taskin also falls into that bracket. Gone out on loan to Luton again, which I'm pretty sure is where he went last year. So he enjoyed his time, apparently, even though he only played 6 games. Hopefully he will get some game time, but look at all these green arrows. He is progressing nicely as well, 18 years of age. I don't know whether he will get a look in. We might be one of those players that we sell off for a good sort of fee, but you never know, he might do. Reece Coomber came through our youth academy. He was one of the youth prospects that I mentioned a few episodes ago, and he's gone out on loan to Crawley. Again, he's progressing nicely. Some first team football will do him nicely, even though that regen face is a bit weird. And Callum O'Hare has also left the club. He's another one that I'm thinking I'm going to have to sell on a permanent deal. He's going to have to impress me on loan at Cardiff this year. Again, he didn't do it at Norwich. He didn't really do it for me in the Championship. He was alright. But that's about it. We've got better young strikers, I think, and I would like to see Callum O'Hare impress at Cardiff this year. If he gets 10-15 goals in a Championship season, I will consider playing him. If he doesn't, he's out the door, I'm afraid. But on to the end then, and these are some really, really exciting transfers. The first one, Alex Fabas. We've signed him from Real Madrid. Fabas. I'm not sure. There's a few of these names that are going to need nicknames. Spoilers, that they're probably not the British contingent that you were hoping for, possibly. But 23 years of age, he was transfer listed by Real Madrid, so I brought him in for £2.7 million. I'm very happy to bring him in for that. When you look at his stats as well, he's a central midfielder and in lots of greens, and he can only get better. Valued now at £9 million, so he's skyrocketed too. He will be a very, very good player for us. I'm expecting greatness from Alex Fabas. Another man joining the camp is Roland Salai. Joining the camp, like with some sort of summer camp for possible great footballers. Join Camp Revitalising Villa. Oh my god. Anyway, Roland Salai, 22 years of age, Hungarian international, valued now at 9.5 million. His stats are very, very good. Attacking playmaker, can also play on the wings. He's got the stats to do it. He will be an important player for us, and we've picked him up just for £3 million from Apoel in Cyprus, so he's an unknown, and I'm hoping he can set the Premier League alight this year. Swansea's Alfie Mawson has also joined the camp. We were looking at central defenders. Phil Jagielka's retired. He's on the coaching staff. I've done it again. I'm bringing them all on. And with Sutar, Chester, you've also Jamie Hansen can play that. I've brought in a centre-back. We needed a couple of centre-backs really, and Alfie Mawson is one of them. He's a very, very good ball-playing defender, now 25 years of age, and he's rounding out nicely like you would expect him to be. Good marking, good tackling. I think he will be a very, very good squad player for us, possible starter as well. And we brought him in just for 3.8 million from a Premier League rival as well in Swansea. They didn't go down, I don't think. So this is a very, very good transfer for me. I think he'll be great. Also in the defence is Pascal Stenzel. He's a right back, Brought him in from Germany, 23 years of age. His stats are very, very good, and he will grow as well. That's the thing at 23 years of age. Potentially a 5-star player. We brought him in for £8 million. He's our most expensive transfer of the summer. I've splashed the cash, and you'll see that in just a little bit. But we brought him in from Freiburg. He's been good for them, solid, especially at a right-back position. And I think he'll be our first choice right-back with James Bree backing him up. Spoilers, James Bree hasn't left the club, obviously. Gregory van der Wiel is still here. I'm looking to get rid of him. It hasn't worked so far. He's still here, just in case we need him, I suppose. But I'm excited for Stenzel, a pacey fullback, a good tackler, and he will get better. Look at these mentals. Look at them. Last season, I tried to sign Leighton Baines when I was looking at left-backs, and he didn't want to come to us. We'd just been promoted, and he was like, no, don't want to do it. He's come to us this year, though. Leighton Baines, I know what you're thinking. You're like, what? Well, you've gone for a lot of youth talent. Why have you brought in Leighton Baines? 34 years of age, experience. He's not going to be first choice left back, but experience. And he's still got very, very good technical stats. His physicals are deteriorating, obviously, and his mental stats are very, very good. I think he can be a leader for us and someone we can depend on to come in, do the job. Valued out 400k. The best part about this, Leighton Baines, Premier League footballer. £9,000. He paid 24 times for Everton last year, and they let him go for £9,000. No matter what he does, as long as he plays more than 6 appearances this year, we've got our money's worth from Leighton Baines. Now, Michel Dix, I'm not sure what his name is. I'm not sure how to say it. You know what? I'm going to look it up. Okay, here we go. Ready?
Mitchell Dykes.
I'm sorry, what now?
Mitchell Dykes.
Alright, he's going to need a nickname, isn't he? He's going to need a nickname. Mitch. We'll call him Mitch. Mitch has joined from Ajax. He's a left back. Now, yeah, you're thinking, well, you just brought in Leighton Baines. You've got Joe Bryan. I know Stel Van Arnold, but that means you've got 3 left backs. I know. Look, I was looking to bring in Mitch, and his work permit failed. So I carried on looking, and I saw Leighton Baines, and I thought, I've got to sign him. Leighton Baines came, and then the appeal for the work permit was accepted. So Mitch joined as well. Mitch is the better one. He's our first choice left back, and he's valued now at 11 million. Brought him in for 6.5 from Ajax as well. You know what I mean? Like Ajax, that's some top caliber. 17 appearances for them in the league last year, 6.99 rating. He's 26 years of age, and I think he will be very, very good for us. Solid for us over the next couple of years. Hopefully everything Joe Bryan was meant to be. Now then, so I mentioned how Sam Johnson was leaving because I brought in a goalkeeper, and say hello to Joe Hart. Right, now listen, 32 years of age, very, very good stats. £18 million he's valued at now. I signed him on a free. So, like, get off my back. It's a great deal. It's a fantastic deal. Ignore the fact that he used to play for Blues. No, ignore that. Joe Hart is in the camp, and what a signing he is. Even if he has 1 year, and I go, you know what, Galini's first choice, let's sell him. I can get 10 million for Joe Hart. 10 million off nothing. Easy. I'm a money-making machine. Seriously though, most goalkeepers get better with age, and Joe Hart should be one of those, really. He'll be mature. England caps as well, 74. I mean, brilliant. Here's another one I'm excited about. Andreas Pereira has joined on loan from Manchester United. Now, listen, the thing is, this is a player that it's a bit of a weird story with this one. So I was looking for players, obviously, in the summer, and I came across Andreas Pereira. At the time, he was transfer listed by Manchester United, £1 million. Legit, £1 million. Agreed a deal with Manchester United, £1 million. Andreas Pereira was like, no, I don't want to join you. No, I want a better team. Right, okay, left it, no problem. Then I saw pop up in my thing, West Ham in loan deal for Pereira. I was like, hold on, wait, what? West Ham? I mean, that's not the Real Madrid and Barcelonas he was talking about. So I had a look, and he signed a new contract, so his value skyrocketed again. He wasn't transfer listed anymore, but he was loan listed. And I was like, oh, screw it, let's try it. Loan offer. Accepted. contract. He wants to join us on loan. I mean, okay, we'll get a year out of him, and he's a very, very good player. Can play the wing positions, can play across that sort of attacking midfield as well. Very good long shots. First touch, his finishing is a problem, could be better, but if he gets assists for us, I'll be happy. I don't understand how someone can have 16 long shots and 10 finishing. Okay, but of passing and technique, and his flair as well, 19 flair, a pacey player as well. He's a step up from what we've got, I think, and that's the point. That's the point. Their names are just going to get weirder now. Say hello to Mikael Juland. I'm going to find a nickname for him somewhere, whatever comes naturally. 22 years of age, Danish international. We signed him for 5 million from Midtjylland, so it's a good deal, I think. He's now rocketed to 11 million, of course. He can play in the midfield, across all of the centres, really, also behind the striker. He's a very, very good player who will improve as well. 5-star potential ability, again. His dribbling's good, first touch is good, a good pass. He's not a good tackler. That's slightly a worry. He's more of an attacking midfielder. Now I can see you all trying to piece it together. Like, he signed a lot of attacking midfielders. He liked his defensive formation last year. Spoilers. It's coming. Again, it's just another good young attacking midfielder to add to the camp. I have signed some defenders though, and they are not always young. This is Arist Elizondo, the Spanish international Elizondo, 25 years of age. He's actually more of a right back, but I'm seeing him as a centre back, a ball playing defender as well, particularly. I think if you look at those stats, he could be a ball playing defender, so I'm going to train him as it, and I think that's where he'll be. He's valued now at 10.5 million. I brought him in for 6, so Villarreal were happy to let him go, weren't playing him. He's just a good player for us, a very, very good player for us. A step up, another centre back. So now you've got Elizondo, who is going to need a nickname. I'm thinking Ellis. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. I'll leave it for now. Possibly Ellis. But we'll go Elizondo, Chester, Hansen, and Sutar. That's a good 4 defenders there. I'm happy with that. And there are others, of course, who can come in and play there. I'm happy. And finally, the first of 2 deals that went through on deadline day, actually, just 2 days ago from in terms of in-game. And say hello to Matthias Jensen, a Danish international. He can sort of play the defensive midfield role a little bit, but he's more of a centre midfield, deep line playmaker sort of position, play box-to-box as well. He's more of a proper centre midfielder. We brought a lot of attacking midfielders in. This is a proper centre midfielder. His passing's great, good tackling, good technique, good first touch. He's a player that I'm not expecting him to be a world beater. I'm expecting him to be Mr. Dependable. He may not even be first choice. We've got lots of midfielders now. We can consider the likes of Lewis Baker and Conor Hourihane too. Lots of options, which is nice. I like it. And finally, and I think I may have left the most exciting one last. Say hello to Santiago Cáceres. Cáceres, what a name. Argentinian international. His work permit originally failed, but the appeal works. He's a defensive midfielder. Can play in the middle too, but more of a defensive midfielder when we need to go to it. Look at his stats. He's good crosser of the ball for some reason. First touch is great. He's a decent free kick taker, long shots, marking, passing, penalty taking, tackling technique. Very, very good mentals. I mean, he's just brilliant. 15 determination, 15 work rate. He is going to be a workhorse for us. I'm so excited. And at 22 years of age, now valued at £11 million, we picked him up for 5.5 from Villas. I don't know how we did it. Brexit has come in as well, by the way. It's totally bugged me up. It's such a nightmare. But I have found, and I don't know whether it may be the same for you, when the work permits are initially rejected, the appeal seems to work. It worked here for Santiago Cáceres, and he's come in to the camp on a deal, 4-year deal as well. In his contract, interestingly, he wanted a minimum fee release clause of £59 million, which was a bit of a worry for me, because I thought if we really progress and he comes great, I'm looking to get sort of 70, 80 million, possibly. But what I cleverly put in was that there expires 30th of January 2020. 5 months' time. He didn't notice. He was like, yeah, sure, no worries. Ha 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 ha. Who's the man? And that's all the transfers then. I'm very, very happy with where the squad is. We'll have a look at the squad and the new tactic in just a second. But it's the first game of the season. And today, we've been given a nice start. Sunderland today. I don't know if this episode is going to be a 1 episode. I'm going to see in terms of how long I've been recording for after I play this game. Well, you may get the second game, which is against Burnley. So we've been given a decent start. And with the squad that we've got now, I'm looking for 2 wins. I'm looking for 2 wins, particularly this first one. We have to beat Sunderland, surely. Our season preview has us finishing 14th. I'm expecting 10th or 9th. That's what I want. In terms of the season expectations, I said mid-table, so around there they'll be happy with. The problem is with the Premier League, that's more or less untouchable for a long while. Maybe 7th you can push to. This area, you know what I mean, these teams interchange. Anything from 9th down to 15th, say, you know what I mean, it's very tight. It's going to be very, very tight. But I think we've got the squad to do it. We can do this. We can do this. We can have a good year. We can do this. Okay, this is it. Yes, it may change. I'm deliberating with a lot of stuff. The 4-1-4-1 still here. The defensive formation is still here. But I quite fancy this one. I quite fancy it. Now, you'll see here, there's no particular right winger. There's a gap here. I know what you're saying. But it's all about the left. It's all about the left wing. I wanted a attacking playmaker behind the striker as well. I wanted to play 2 strikers, first of all. It's a very attacking formation. There's not many team instructions. Look, I've kept it quite bare, to be honest with you. I'm going to try and fiddle with it and figure it out. And I'm just testing it. It's about controlling the ball, getting hold of possession, and really controlling the tempo of the game. Particularly against sides like Sunderland, we should do that. This is the team for today then, and there's a lot of new faces, of course. Joe Hart will start in goal the opening game. Pierluigi Gallini weren't happy, by the way, about Joe Hart coming in. He was like, he's going to take my place, he's kicking up a fuss. I sold Johnson instead, but Hart will start the opening game. Gallini, I think, will be the long-time first choice, to be fair, though. It's Stenzel on the right, and I've got him on a wing-back attacking because there's a lot of space, of course, to go into, which Salai will leave as he comes in. We'll get to Salai. Mawson and Sutar are the centre-backs today. Elistundo is still there. He's got to learn the position a little bit better, I think. Mitch on the left, wing-back defence. That's what suits him. We've got Caceres making his debut in terms of... He didn't even play in pre-season. He was that new. Deep line playmaker. Yeah, we'll go with it. He's more of a defensive midfielder, and I think when we do play the 4-1-4-1, he will be in these sort of roles, and he will suit it very, very well, particularly if I put him there. No, if I put him there, I mean, look at it. He suits it. He does. But he does start in that deep line playmaker role on defence there. It's Febas in the Mazzala role. I mean, it's a new midfield. It's a new midfield for sure. Behind the strikers then in the attacking playmaker, just to the right, it's Salai. It's Roland Salai is the best man for the job there. We're going to have Pereira on the left, Sego and Gonzalez up front. No Kodja, who's on the bench. Deadpool also there too. Lewis Baker as well on the bench too. Juland, Elistundo, Chester and Gallini. There's a lot of men that are there that will be on the outside looking in. Andre Green's still here, by the way. He's had a good pre-season as well. I think he could make it. Conor Hurahan on the outside looking in at the moment. Lewis Morgan is a man. Well, I mean, of course he's a man, but Lewis Morgan is someone that I think will be sort of first choice on the left because Pereira's a loan signing. I want to play Morgan and get him to the level that he could get to. With the new players coming in, he isn't quite the important player that he was. He's injured for the first one. Well, he's just come back from an injury, so I'm not going to risk him. Pereira on the left, Salai, Sego, Gonzalez plays. Walter Gonzalez has his first league game. Let's do this. Sunderland. As you can see, it's been a real squad overhaul. The fact that the likes of Baker isn't even getting in the team at the moment. I mean, he's going to work his way back in because he's a good player. But I'm very
very with these transfers. So happy, by the way. So happy. This is a Sunderland squad that plays, and there are a few names you'll recognise, of course. Ayala, Kone's still there. That's weird. Oviedo still there. Henry Lansbury. Ooh, Henry. Of course, Henry Lansbury. I sold during my first season. He went to Brighton to play in the Premier League, and he ended up at Sunderland in the Championship. Has he only joined them this summer, maybe? Yeah, he's only just joined them. He'll make their debut for them. Didn't work at Brighton for him. It's a shame. It's a shame, but we've gone a hell of a step up since Henry Lansbury, haven't we? Pereira, Mitch getting forward, which is rare for him. Sego, can he find a cross? Back to Mitch, find a cross then. Febas, we're knocking it back nicely. We have got it on short passing, to be fair. Caceres into Salai, lots of space. Oh, and Salai should have a debut goal. Look at the right back. Look at that right back getting forward. Look at the space he's got. That's good. Salai in towards Walter Gonzalez. Walter Gonzalez. I mean, how have you not scored, Walter? He's not had a good pre-season. He looks like he hasn't got much confidence. It's in towards Mawson again. I want to get the goals for Walter Gonzalez. I still think he could be great. Maybe the young strikers will be better. Here's Sunderland are flying forward. Duncan Watmore. Oh, Febas, you beauty. Fab from Febas. As you can tell, I've sort of got the excitement back with this save, with these new transfers. At the end of last season, I was a bit, what are we playing for? I don't know what's going on. I've got the excitement back. Play it down the right. Play it. He's looked for Gonzalez again. Gonzalez! Walter Gonzalez! You beauty. The assist by Roland Salai. It's his first goal for the club. And what a moment for the man who, if you remember, joined us like over a year ago. He's finally got his first goal for the club. Stupid work permit. It doesn't matter. Salai's great ball in. Walter Gonzalez, hopefully, with the first of many. He's called Walter. I like Gonzalez. I like the name Walter Gonzalez. It rolls off the tongue. It's Villa 1, Sunderland 0. We come forward again. Salai now. Stenzel, who's had lots of space. It's worked for us. Crosses in. It's Salai on the edge of the box. He can hit it, and it's just wide. But we've made a lot of chances. We've played well so far. I'm very happy. And it's Gonzalez with him. Pereira flying forward. Salai into Walter Gonzalez for a second maybe. And Reuter with another good save. He was there when we played them in the Championship, Reuter. Fair play. Pereira as far as Febas, who can hit them. Febas! Good block. And it will lead away. But we look dangerous every time we come forward. Which is not something I could say last year. But we do look dangerous. Watmore. Duncan Watmore going on a good run. Finds Kazri. The shot was blocked and we can break now. We look dangerous. We look dangerous. Pereira's got the pace. Oh, he's got the run. It's Pereira to Sego. Oh, Mikel Sego. What a finish that is. It's Aston Villa 2, Sunderland 0. Oh, and it's just... I'd love to be a fan in that stadium because the football is scintillating. Pereira, I mean... Wow, this is some run, isn't it? This is some run. Skins him. Skins Kone with ease. Slips it in. And what a finish from Sego. Goalkeeper didn't move. Boom, into the top corner. Both strikers have scored as well, which is fantastic to see. And that should be the goal that really clinches this game now. And let's enjoy this. Let's enjoy our football. Mitch now, he's still got that knock. I might bring him off if we've got a left back on the bench. Here's Stenzel. Walter Gonzalez. It'll fall for Febas. Oh, Febas. Hello. Looking at the changes we can make, we don't have a left back on the bench, which is a shame. Can Stenzel play at left back? Not really. Can Elustondo play at left back? Not really. Okay. We've got 3 left backs, but I probably should have put one on the bench. I'm thinking probably Elustondo. Let's stick him there. Maybe Stenzel. No, Elustondo. We'll stick him there. We'll stick him up there. See how he does. I'm also thinking I'm going to bring off Sego for Deadpool and get him some game time. He needs constant game time. And Juland for Salai, anyone? Juland for Salai? Yeah, sounds like a good plan. A triple change. You only do that when you're losing usually. Oh, it's going to cost us, isn't it? They're going to come back. Stanislas, Junior Stanislas, Henry Lansbury. Every time they come forward, I still feel uneasy. It's a good cross in. Sutar with a great header away. And now we look to break again. Oh, we look so dangerous, especially with Pereira, who's having a good second half. It'll fall for Julian maybe. It's a bit slack. It was a bit slack. And now Chong comes forward. Tahith Chong. What's he going to do with it? He's picked out a cross. It's flicked on. And, I mean, Joe Hart, I've raved about him. They get better with age, apparently. I don't know what happened here. It was a slack pass by Pereira, and there was a bit of a problem there, and they come forward, Suck with a flick on. I mean, I don't like the name. I don't like what Joe Hart did there. It just sort of looped over him. Sunderland are back in the game here, possibly. If we let this slip from here, I'll be disappointed because we have dominated it. If you look at the shots, Stenzel, Caceres. Oh, it's a poor pass from Caceres. I mean, come on, guys. Juland hasn't settled into the game very well here. Here's Pereira though. It's a highlight from the kickoff as well, by the way. Pereira. Kone has won it. Okay, the game seems to be changing, and it doesn't seem to be changing into our favour. Here's Chong. I'm just going to let this go before I think about any sort of tactical change I can make. Chong again. Oviedo on the overlap. Sunderland are coming into the game now, and Dong. It's Stanislas with a shot. Oh my lord. That triple change, I'm starting to regret it right now. I should have not made that triple change. The left back, or yeah. Right then, 2-2. Come on then, guys. I mean, look at we've dominated the game. We've dominated the game. We need to win this.
We need to win this game. It's for Bass. Right, Pereira's got a bit of space. Take your man on, or come inside then. Right, Deadpool. Oh, he's Reuter again. He's made some good saves. A stupid German goal. He's got to be German with that name. Stupid goalkeeper. Temper. Deadpool. Sutar! John Sutar! What? John Sutar of all people. I know what you're thinking as well. You're like, John Sutar surely not going to stay. He's done alright, but he can't progress anymore. Well, have some of that. John Sutar seals an opening day win, surely. And look at the stats. Oh, God, don't you dare. Why? Anything I can throw? No. 6 minutes of added time. Is there another goal in this? 30 shots. We've had 30 shots. That's the end of the game. Mawson with a good header away. It's full time at Villa Park. It's Aston Villa 3, Sunderland 3. It's been one hell of a game. But when you look at those stats, how on earth have we drew that game? You question everything. We've had good performances as well. I mean, it changed with that triple change, didn't it? Sego and Salai. Okay then. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end to episode number 25. Just the one game then, I think, after that, because it was a very, very good game. Lots of chances, as you saw, so it's going to be a long episode, I feel, particularly with the transfers. The second game would have taken it a little bit over the edge. So just the one game. We will be back, though, with this brilliant football. I mean, how good do we look going forward? Defensively, alright, I can see there's a couple of issues. How good do we look going forward? Focus on that. The new transfers. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. I think I've done good. The boy has done good, I think. You know what? If you enjoyed the video, like it. Subscribe to the channel. Drop me a comment. Until next time, when, you know, anything can happen. We've drew with Sunderland despite having 30 shots, so anything can happen. Until next time, from me to you, goodbye.